This is the fly I'm going to be tying. It's a variant of the famous Sunray shadow, and this is what they call the H.K.A Sunray. Very popular tube fly, especially in Iceland, but I've tied these for Argentina. I've tied them for everywhere. It's basically Canada and places like that. It works extremely well. Now it's tied on a tube, as you can see, a plastic tube. You can use weighted tubes if you want. Just at the head area especially. As I say, it's very versatile. You can even tie it on a single hook if you want, if you're not allowed to use tube flies. It is very simple to tie. It's an easy fly to tie. Now, the tubing I'm using, this is a glitter tubing. It's just a clear tubing with a silver glitter through it. This is the outer. So the first thing we do is just cut it into a point. Now, I want a length. Now, I'm using a tube cutter here about, in this fly, I'm doing about a 3-inch wing on this, so I need about 1.25 inches or so. The inner tubing is a clear, is a plastic. Now the first thing I like to do is with that is just to lightly heat up the end here. It just puts a wee bevel on it so that I can push it in and it sticks, it holds. Now what you do is just obviously make sure it's cooled down, push it in. I'm pushing this into a point where it's about 1/2 inch or so from the end. Now the outer tubing, it's quite a soft tubing. You can actually push your hook in the back if you want, or if you don't want to do that, you can then obviously put a sleeving over it. It's entirely up to yourself. Now I'm going back to the tube cutters and I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch away from the taper cut that I've got in the tubing there. Push it on, nice and tight. Now this is just a basic needle for holding tubing like this. The holder I'm using, this is an HMH. Now I prefer to let that hold the needle. Now to hold it better, I just sit it on the top here with a taper cut at the point on the underside, and then I tighten up. And that stops it rotating, makes it really strong. Thread I'm going to be using is the uni thread in white and 8/0. I'll wax it first. Then I'm going to basically tie the fly from the taper cut area to the point, just slightly by the point. That's where I'm going to tie in the wing. So I started in the inner tubing and I work my way up. So waxing my thread, it gives me lots of grip. Take away the waste. And then come back down. That secures it in, makes it nice and tight. As I come back down, then I'm just touching the inner tubing is where I'm going to start tying in the wing. Now the underwing is a white Arctic fox. This is from the tail. Bring out from the tail itself and then cut it as close to the skin as you can. Now these rubbish ends here, just run it through a comb. You can see it cleans it up. And you do the tips as well. Just got a wee comb here that I've got in a small vise that I can run it through. Makes it neater. And then what I'm going to do is tie it forward. So I'm basically going to tie it forward, cut ends at the back here, wax my thread, a good few turns in there, about maybe 10-12 turns. Bring a thread to the front, 3 or 4 turns in front, but not onto the hair. And then this is just an old toothbrush that I've trimmed, and then I'm going to brush this back. So roll over your fingers. You can see that, that sits nice. I usually times just use a hairdryer just to push it. I'll show you. And just blow it with the hairdryer, just rub it with your fingers. And this will get it to sit right. But what this does, it basically gives you a booster, a hump to the wing, and helps you form the teardrop shape. Plus ties in the hair very easy. It's a really easy way to tie in hair. Now for the flash I'm going to be using a crystal flash, a pearl crystal flash. The one I'm using is from Flashaboo. Now what I like to do is just get a wee stretch, just a tiny stretch, straightens it up. Now I want twice the length of the underwing. So tie that on the top. 3 or 4 turns down. These two ends, I want to bring one to my side and the length of the underwing. Bring the other one, again the length of the underwing. That there, when it's on the side, gives it obviously a nice bit of flash where you need it. The overwing, or the main wing itself, and this comes from the tail of a silver fox. So it's nigh black, as you can see. Trim away. Now what I'm going to do here again, I'm just going to hold the centre part of the wing just to see where we are, and I'm going to just clean the ends. Now I've just to show you what I'm doing. If you just run your comb, in this case it's just a dog comb, just brush that through. Now I use the dog comb for actually brushing the hair before I take off, so it's practically done and ready to tie in. So what we do then, set this on the top, get a nice taper. The silver fox is much longer than the Arctic fox, so it makes for a great overwing. You could put a bit of goat in this, but this is a really good hair. It's got a nice guard hair. So when I'm happy with the length of what I want, which is twice the length, I'm just going to slightly spread that on my nail. Twice the length of the underwing. And you can trim this excess away. I'm not going to tie it forward and pull it back like I did with the white. I'm just going to lay it on top. But you could do it if you want. A bit of wax, and then I'm going to take this down. Now I want a reasonable head length, because I want to put the adhesive eyes onto the head, not onto the wing. So don't worry too much about the length of the wing. So I'm just making sure everything's tidy. I brush this through. Again, you can see the movement in your fly, but just putting the hairdryer on it. If I'll show you what it's like. So that'll give you an idea of what your fly is going to swim like. You can move the hair about at this point. Makes a nice taper there is what you're looking for. It's fine. Now you can either, I'm going to put on some peacock hair on the top and then the sides. So I'm tapering towards the eye. Now 2 to 3 strands of the Herl is fine. What I'm going to do here, I'm running my fingers through it, get a feel for it, and then what I'm going to do, I can see it's going to go one way. I'm just going to rub my nail in the area where I'm going to tie it. Now it's 1/4 the length of the wing, so there's the area I'm going to tie it, so just get my nail on it. That makes it easier to sit. See 4 turns. Just check the length, because you always can go back here if you're not happy. That's fine. Trim that away. Now what you can do here, so to give a wee bit more confidence, is just a wee bit, this is super glue with the brush. That's the full of mill stuff. It's easy to apply. Just take your thread through, tying in these waist ends. Now we've got a grizzle neck here, and now what I like to do is take one from either side. So if you take one from this side, one from that side, you'll get a natural curve for the fly. So, well, you should anyway. Now we've got our 2 grizzle hackles. Now I want it slightly longer than the underwing, so about there. So I measured them both up, make a space. So what I'm going to do then, you can put one both together. Oh, dropped one. Or you can put them individually. I'll just do it individually so you can see what I'm doing. Set them on. Now I like to tie slightly onto some of the fibres to get it to sit, because at times that will help sit it better. So it's just like putting on 2 jungle cork eyes. So checking this one, you can move it around to suit yourself. Looks okay. Now can you come down? Trim away the waste. Now what I'm going to do here, just put a wee bit of super glue on your thread, just run it down, and then I'm going to wind over the waste ends of the hackles, and then come back up, nice and tight, tidying the head area up, because this is, you need a decent head on the fly. You can stick the eyes to the side of that, and then use your resin. So we're really finished tying the fly, so what we're doing is just wet finishing. So over your thread. The eyes I'm using, this is a Chartreuse size, it's a medium size eye. So what I'm going to do is stick one on the side. Oh, before we do that, nearly forgot. Get yourself a marker pen and just darken the top half of the head with the pen. This is the Sharpie pen in black. Just blends into the main wing. Now we've got our eyes. I'm just going to position them on the side of the head. They're sticky but not very sticky, so but just set them there. The less you touch them the better times. Get them into position. Then what's going to hold them obviously is your resin. Wee squeeze, get them there to sit. Just checking my length, and they're all the same area. And once you're happy, you can apply your resin. Just using there's lots of resins out there. They all do much the same. So what I'm going to do is a light resin. I prefer a light resin. I prefer to build it up. So I'll put some on the top and between the eyes. 5 to 10 seconds just to get it started. Turn your fly upside down if you can. Do the same between the eyes. Just a nice wee blob of resin, not too much. Again, you're happy with the shape. Set the resin. That's fine. Come on to the eyes now. Just highlight the eyes. You want some of this resin now slightly onto the top of the head, both sides. Just a wee quick look, that looks fine, it's a nice shape. And then set the resin all the way around. You can build the head up to suit yourself. It does add weight to the fly. It'll help it sort of dip, swim well. As I say, you could put a heavier tubing near the head up here. The US tubes or so, you could even put a wee cone behind the wing. There's lots of ways you could add weight. This standard one's fine, this is a good pattern. It's a good weight. The more you have the light on it, the better it cures. But what I like to do is coat it with some varnish, but before I do that, I'm just going to get myself just a Stanley blade here, and then just cut it away. Just work your way around. You can rotate your vise like I'm doing here, it's easy. You'll feel it once it's through. You'll feel the metal pin. And there you go. Finish it off, as I say, I like a light coat of varnish. It's just a clear varnish. Just all the way around. And there we go. And that's your H.K.A Sunray shadow. As I said, don't leave home without it, especially going to Iceland and anywhere where there's salmon, sea trout. It's a great pattern. Fun to tie and easy as well. So I hope you enjoyed that.